This here is Backwoods Billy coming to the beautiful Delmarva Eastern Shore. Remember to click, like, and subscribe to Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Reviews. Also, check me out on Twitter at Backwoods Billy CBR. Coming soon to Facebook and Vino, also on Google Plus at Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Reviews. Remember to forward this to your friends, co-workers, family, relatives, same thing, on social media like Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, email, etc. Coming here today about a beer called Narragansett. This is the one that I bought. It's 24 ounces, so it's 1 pint, 8 ounces. In essence, it's like 2 of these beers. This is mine, and Ron didn't know I could get these in my area, so he had sent me 2 of the Narragansett lagers, 1 of the Narragansett Autocrat, which is a coffee milk stout, and then 1 of the Hobo Life, which I've already done a review on, which is their Session IPA from Hobo Life Brewing. So anyway, getting back to what this is a lager. Ron Gravis from Ron's Beers and Tools. This is a lager. Basically, it's 5% ABV, 12 IBUs. It's brewed with 6-row barley malt. 6-row malt, I don't see an adjunct listed in here, and I'm kind of at a disconnect other than if they're buying from a local grower, why they would use 6-row, because 6-row really would create more of a cloudiness, but then it can be filtered out. It has more protein, so if you look at the breakdown of this, I believe it's 152 calories. It comes with 8% protein, 92% carbs, and 0 fat. So it's actually higher in protein, which is good for you. But the advantage of using 6-row barley malt versus 2-row barley malt is that you would basically have the ability to ferment more of the adjunct ingredients that may not have the ability to be fermented with a 2-row barley malt. So anyway, that's my spiel on that. Proprietary yeast strain has been used since originally. It's been brewed since 1890. It's been enjoyed by generations of New Englanders and New Yorkers that love Narragansett beer. Now I know that it was for a while bought out by, I believe, Foster's, and then it was some of the stuff was brewed solely by Genesee for them. Then the original brewer went back with a group of investors and bought it back a few years ago, and now it's back in Rochester, New York, somewhere in Mass. I'll put all the stuff in the description box, where it's all located at, and Rhode Island. So Narragansett Lager, 12 IBUs, 5% alcohol by volume. This is the can that I bought. It's a more modern can. He didn't know I could get it down here. These are 2 he gave me in a beer trade. This is a 1953 can. This is a 1975 can. It says on here, kind of interesting, hi neighbor. It always says that on the beer on the back. Hi neighbor. Have a Gansett, which people from New England always say have a Gansett. Looked a lot of stuff at the Gansett on there. You're lucky enough to be holding a genuine collectible limited edition retro Gansett lager can. The graphics on this can are the ones used throughout the 1970s, and yes, it was a can that used the Captain Crush in the infamous movie about the big-ass shark. The beer inside our award-winning lager, so drink it up and enjoy. For more Gansett nostalgia, visit on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr at Gansett.com. This is a 53 can, which is a little more plain. I kind of really like this can. It's very nice. This can is nice, but there's a lot of stuff going on it for me. This is neat. I think this is a nice can. I think of all the logos, these 2 are my favorite. I like this because it's collectible. This is probably the one I'm going to probably be drinking. I think the 53 is older. It's not really older, the can is older. I'll use a little thing to pry it up. Really good. A little bit darker, which is something that's going to be typical with the 6-row. These 2 are Ron's, this is mine. Put that on there. Thank Ron Gravis from Ron's Beers and Tools. Really nice head, a nice fluffy white head, but just very, very dense. Just a couple, like 2 or 3 fish eyes looking at me, big bubbles. A lot of references coming up through, little bubbles coming up through it. It is a pale medium golden color, not like pale as straw. So it's still pale, but it's more towards the medium pale side on that. Bubbles like champagne. You get like toasty, bready notes, like toast bread if you just warmed your toast up on there. I get a little bit of pear and grape, but more pear, and a little bit grainy, but more of the toasty bread notes, the very basic you're getting at. The head's still there, nice lacing on the glass. This is a Pilsner style glass. Very nice. Finishes slightly sweet. Slightly grainy in the taste, and you get the sweetness from the malts, and then it's well balanced out by the hops. And it's a nice amount of bittering for this. I'm getting a peppery taste to this. It could be that the hops is one of the hops. This is Pacific Northwest hops and proprietary yeast. If I were to guess between German, I can tell you already, I know what this is by the taste. This is going to be more of a German style versus a Bohemian style beer, and it's going to have the yeast. It's a little bit cleaner finish, but leaning slightly towards sweet. So I would say this is sweet finish, but leaning towards clean, probably the better way to put it. A little bit of the bready nose to it, and the malts, and then you get the bittering finishes off to balance it out, and you get the pepperiness. So the pepperiness could be the carbonation, but a very nice color to the beer, a very nice drinkable beer. They say that it pairs very well with seafood, and spicy cheeses and other spicy food. It's a lager. Pretty much, it's going to pair well with any seafood. It doesn't have to be shellfish, because they're really big into clams and lobster up there, obviously, and crab. Here we're really big into, we're not far from the crab capital of the world. This is a big seafood area. Out of Ocean City, they catch lobsters all the time. I definitely say seafood would pair well with this, but I have no problem pairing this well with a steak, a burger, hot dogs, pasta. Pretty much anything that you can think of that you would eat, a lager is going to pair well with it. But I would say more so Americana foods would pair well with the seafood. Spicy foods, I would agree with that. Barbecue chicken would pair well with this. It's a Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up. The beer is a flawless beer. I can really find nothing wrong with it. It's an awesome beer. It fits the German lager style to a T. It's a Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up on the Narragansett, or people refer to as Gansett, lager. Remember to click, like, subscribe to Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Reviews, and check out Ron Gravis at Ron's Beers and Tools. Thanks a lot, and have a prosperous day, guys.